I call the Township of Aleppo Legislative Commissioners meeting to order on April 19th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Roll call, please.
President Jones,
Present.
Vice President Williams, don't see him yet. Commissioner Dara,
Present.
Commissioner Richard,
Present.
Commissioner Haluka is not able to join us tonight. Solicitor Stone.
Here.
Solicitor Stone, will you provide an explanation of the meeting format?
Right. We continue to be operating under the governor's emergency declaration with respect to COVID-19 and the guidelines that are provided in Act 15, which allow us and all municipalities to conduct their public meetings by way of an authorized communication device, which Zoom is. And so we invite the public to participate by providing advance notice to the township manager and/or by way of communicating with the manager during the course of the meeting. And as long as we do that, we are in compliance with Act 15 requirements, and we continue to operate as such.
Thank you, Mr. Solicitor. Note that Commissioner Williams is now present.
Good evening.
Welcome, Art.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Do I hear a motion to approve the April 12th, 2021 workshop meeting minutes?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Do I hear a motion to adopt a resolution of the Township of Aleppo declaring the intent to dispose of, etc.?
I motion to adopt a resolution of the Township of Aleppo declaring its intent to dispose of records in accordance with the Municipal Records Manual approved on December 16th, 2008.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Comment, Gwen. We have listed the items that will be disposed of, Gwen.
Correct. They are attached to the resolution. They'll be part of the permanent record so that we can always have research what we got rid of and when.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Do I hear a motion as listed in item number 6?
Motion to adopt a resolution adopting a procedure for the sale of surplus personal property.
Is there a second?
Second.
Harlan and Gwen, did we find an appropriate sentence to condition that?
What Gwen and I talked about, and this is what I'm recommending to the board, is that we not make a number of assumptions or references to what might come up hypothetically in each sale, each individual case, but rather we keep the language of the resolution restricted to the language of the code itself, and that we deal with the circumstances, the factual circumstances on each prospective sale as it arises on an individual basis, because there's going to be so many different contexts in which the sale might arise. I think we're better off at this point keeping the language of the resolution broad enough and then allowing each individual sale to be scrutinized on its own merits.
Thank you.
I thought that part of what we could do just as an administrative procedure would be we have a section on the website called public notices. So if we're ever planning to sell something like that, we will post it up on the public notices page also so that the public can see that we're trying to sell an old filing cabinet or whatever it is. And just want to also clarify that it says personal property. We're not talking about property. We're not talking about land. We're talking about stuff, old office supplies, old weed whackers, that kind of stuff, small, low value things that we just need to get rid of, not large items that will go through the bidding process or property, which we don't sell property without. Never sold property since I've been here, but that it's not actual like real estate property.
You're not going to list old commissioners in that, are you?
You can't buy it either. None of you can buy it either.
Any further discussion?
I think it's savvy to pass a resolution to sell things that we don't need. And I think as long as we utilize like that notices and take each item as it comes, I'm in agreement.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Reports. Chief?
Good evening, everyone. So for the month of March, we had, let me see here, about 58 calls. 34 of those were EMS assist. We had a disorderly conduct situation over at the Amazon building, nothing of complete major. Few alarms that came in, another fraud complaint. I say it many, many times, but if you do not initiate the business contact, somebody's calling you, asking you for money or personal information, we always say just take a step back, hang up, and consider your options unless you initiate the business transaction. Lots of fraud are going on in many, many different ways. So, when in doubt, pick up the phone, reach out to the police department, and we can guide you through anything there if it's legit or not. So again, total of 58 calls, 6 traffic citations. We've increased our traffic monitoring all over to include Aleppo, and that will continue out through here during the springtime. Any questions for me?
Well, we have one question. Do we have to watch the standings in T-ball, Little League, Colt League? Where are we?
I have one in middle school and one in JV, and then the rec leagues. Yeah, so also Avonworth baseball. Yeah,
That's getting pretty serious.
Yeah, we're traveling some too with that, so it's all good stuff. Just happy to be out playing.
Thank you very much. Anything else for the chief? Thank you very much.
No. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Emergency management.
Motion to adopt a resolution adopting the Allegheny County 2020 hazard mitigation plan.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Hey, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Public Works.
Yes, I have the report somewhere in this file. Okay, I have the Public Works report for the past month. Blowing off the roads, lots of leaves and stuff that are coming down, removing the salt spreaders and plows from the trucks. This past week, they've been doing a pretty in-depth cleaning, getting the salt spreaders out and getting the salt out of all the little nooks and crannies in the trucks. Repairing the grass areas along the township road. When they plow, sometimes in the winter, they end up digging up a little bit of grass spots, so they spend some time with topsoil and grass seed repairing those things. Hopefully the last salting of the roads. Did some leaves on Redgate and Glen Mitchell. We rented from a neighboring community a leaf back truck to just help some of the leaves off of the hillside to keep blowing down onto the road, so they don't have to keep blowing the same leaves over. Several fallen trees, and they mulched the outside landscaping of the township building.
I think for information, Gwen, the engineer, myself, and Public Works will be doing our annual springtime tour of the township to assess if there are any projects that we're not aware of and to do a little bit of long-term planning. So if any commissioners or anybody who is watching now or will watch this in the future, if you know of any specific concerns that you have in the realm of Public Works, please let Gwen know. And Gwen, approximately when do you think we'll do that tour?
In the next couple weeks, just trying to pin down a schedule with Ben.
Okay, thank you. Communications.
Yeah, we have a couple things. Last month, we did meet with Amazon virtually for our monthly meeting. They did commit to us verbally that they are committed to the Wednesday trash cleanup. And I have seen some of that activity in some of the bags from that. They had ordered 10 more garbage cans for their lots and facility to help curb the efforts on the litter. They were also encouraging their, they call them DSPs, the van owners actually, that aren't Amazon to enhance their trash receptacles on their end in other lots elsewhere, or where they store or where they park their vans. The turn left sign was supposed to be in. I followed up with Chaz as instructed the following Monday. I did not hear from him. I emailed him again this afternoon in anticipation of this meeting and still have not heard from him in regards to that. So that will be another standing item on our list. And we did get some clarification on the reimbursement check we were hoping to receive. It's not helpful on our end. We now are forced to see if we still have a window of opportunity to file that with insurance or not. That was the Amazon meeting. We'll meet again this coming next Monday, or the next Monday. Sorry, I'm getting my weeks confused. Just a note from that we did receive some complaints from a citizen about reminding everyone, pet owners, to clean up after their dogs, to make sure that, you know, you're not leaving messes in your neighbor's yard. We would greatly appreciate that. And there was also correspondence regarding Amazon's lights, but I haven't dug into that with Gwen, so there's probably some follow-up there that I'm just, that we will get to. Gwen and I just haven't connected on that one yet.
I think that's probably something we'll just ask about next week at our meeting, our Amazon meeting. Yeah.
Yep, other than that, that was it.
Thank you, Amy.
Mhm.
Any other comments relative to communications? Planning, zoning? Do I hear a motion, item 7I?
Sorry, I couldn't find it. It's a long one. I'm assuming I'm reading all conditions
Yep.
listed there.
I'll help you if you get stuck.
Okay, thanks. I motion to approve the migrant development plan for parcel B in the 79 North Industrial Park, subject to the following conditions. A developer's agreement prepared by and in a form acceptable to the township solicitor and engineer. A developer's agreement with the Aleppo Township Authority prepared by and in a form acceptable to the authority solicitor and engineer. A stormwater management agreement. Compliance with the comments of the Allegheny County Department of Economic Development. Compliance with the requirements of any outside federal, state, or local agencies. Compliance with all township codes, ordinances, and regulations. Proof of the NPDES permit approval. Proof of sewage planning module approval. Completion of all improvements within 2 years from date of final plan approval. In compliance with all the comments and conditions recommended by HRG engineers in their review letter dated April 7th, 2021.
One amendment to that, Gwen. Do you want to add that?
At the last compliance clause, it would say the review letter dated April 7th, 2021, and the HRG review letter dated April 19th, 2021 that came out today, reviewing some of the revisions that the migrant glass people submitted. So it's just adding that last phrase, and the review letter dated April 19th, 2021.
Okay, so April 7th and April 19th review letters from HRG.
Correct.
Is that sufficient, Harlan?
Yes.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
If I may, this is where there might be the other motion about the waiver, George.
Yes.
At the recommendation of the engineer and Harlan, we added another motion that was not on your printed agenda for this evening. So I'll read it and then board can decide if they wish to make the motion. A motion to approve the modification regarding grading, subject to final review and approval by the township engineer.
This is for the same property, the same parcel.
Where it meets where the current drive is, correct?
Yeah.
They
I'm
had,
happy.
they had previously requested that waiver on their first application and it was granted. and HRG is recommending that we approve it on this newer application.
So moved.
Thank you, Dan. Is there a
Second.
second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Now back to
The next motion then I can,
item 7. Aye.
a motion to approve and sign the DEP resolution for plan revision for the new land development as requested by the Migrant Living Trust for the 79 North Industrial Park Parcel B Migrant Glass Fit Out.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Harlan, any comment?
No comment on this. This is just a routine application that has to be submitted to DEP for their module plan approval.
Okay,
It's been reviewed by the engineer and he approved it.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. Do I hear a motion in regard to the Township of Aleppo and Alderman Holdings?
Motion to approve.
To approve the second addendum to the developers agreement between the Township of Aleppo and Alderman Holdings, 200 Deer Run Road, LLC.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Point of clarification on that. The second addendum is the change that they wanted to make in their parking arrangement.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Tax collector treasurer.
Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. You should have received a report for the month of March, which has total taxes collected for the month of March is $207,158.46. Also in that report on pages 3 and 4, you will see the taxes compared to last year, March 2020, roughly around the same. You'll see it to the budget amount as well. Obviously, we're still in the first quarter, so doing well as far as we can tell to start the full year. Also in your report, you have the ending account balances. So right now, the PNC checking account has about $630,987.88. If you'll notice that the state fund liquid fuels was decreased to pay for the salt invoices that came through. So total monies on hand for the month of March is $2,563,190.02. If you subtract out the pledged funds, targeted funds, net operating funds is $1,568,306.94. And then I also have the sewer bond account. Current balance is $413,372.70. And then the sewer capital account has $34.68 in it. So any questions? Thank you.
Anything unusual?
Not right now.
Thank you. And Gwen, is the audit in motion?
Lost my word. The audit approval letter that says that we want the engagement letter has been submitted, but we haven't gotten on their schedule just yet, but we're preparing our documents for when they contact us.
Okay. Do I hear a motion in regard to the tax collector's annual stipend?
Move to increase the tax collector treasurer annual stipend to $3,145, beginning with the next elected term.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Clay, I didn't want to tell you, but this vote might have been contingent upon item 1. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Move
Do
to
I,
March bill list in the amount of $27,844.94 to ratify March prepaid bills in the amount of $16,634.03, and to ratify March payroll transfers in the amount of $24,740.23.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Aleppo Township Authority.
Brief report, the last board meeting was agreed by the board that Nicole and Harlan would work on a revised approach to the delinquent account issue that's growing a bit from month to month. I don't know where that stands. Harlan, you want to comment on that?
Actually, Nicole and I haven't really had a chance to talk about that yet. I know our meeting's coming up Thursday night. I'll make a point of following up with her tomorrow.
It appears that the Culligan project is basically done at this point. And we've got a report that Sewickley Heights is revisiting its determination as to whether it will or won't participate in the Kilbuck Run sewer study. All I have.
Dan, are the delinquencies both water and sewer?
Yes, more so water though,
Okay.
because we have more water customers than we have sewer customers.
Any questions for the authority? Quaker Valley Ambulance Authority.
No report.
Quaker Valley COG. First with a motion.
Motion to adopt a resolution authorizing the Township of Aleppo to participate in the 2021 joint bid for solid waste collection and disposal services coordinated by the Quaker Valley Council of Governments.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Gwen, does that include the $200 payment or?
It does. By adopting the resolution, it commits to the $200 payment. Do you want that spelled out in the motion as well?
Not if it's implied.
It's in the by adopting the resolution, you are committing to that $200 payment also to get the contract going.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Commissioner Williams, any other report from the COG?
No, I've sort of been off track from a family issue, so I don't have anything. And I don't know whether we made the announcement that Susan Hockenberry has left the COG, I think effective this week. And she's intending to be an independent consultant going forward. That's all I know.
And I'm a member of the hiring committee to replace Susan as an executive director, and we've had our first round of interviews, and we'll be conducting second round interviews coming up within the next week or two.
Gwen, what is the timetable for the procurement of the garbage contract?
I think we need to put the bid out by May 1st, I think is the goal. Or, maybe mid-May at this point, given that it's already April 19th. I'm not exactly sure, but it's soon. And the COG has hired a consultant to help with that contract to try to consolidate the way that it is bid, to try to streamline the bidding process rather than each community placing basically their own bid within the framework of the bid. We're trying to get one general trash collection bid and then different options on the recycling side.
Do you recall when the bidders have to respond?
I don't know that answer yet, no.
Okay. Any further COG? Mr. Solicitor,
Yes.
anything in your report?
nothing that we haven't already heard about or acted on.
Thank you. Any unfinished business? Any new business? Do we have any citizens participating?
No, we do not.
Do any of the commissioner citizens have anything further to say? No executive session is required, to my knowledge.
No.
Therefore, we are adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.